Guy Berliner?
Berliner, yeah. You got that
Yes.
right. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, my name is Guy Berliner. I'm with the Transit Riders Union, and I wanted to address my remarks today about what I would call the danger zone for public transit. I see us entering a danger zone here because I see, as people have pointed out at this hearing, budget shortfalls, and those budget shortfalls can lead into a spiral of service cuts, fare increases, reduced ridership, budget shortfalls, service cuts, reduced ridership, and to the point where the viability and the public benefit of transit is called into question. And I'm also very disturbed, although I realize that this is a subject that the board has already passed on. I'm disturbed by the fact that even the most mundane private businesses generally have some appreciation for the value of having loss leaders, for example, for the sake of improved public image and public relations. The fact that Trimet is introducing and has been on a campaign of introducing motions to eliminate, for example, fareless square or greatly reduce services offered in conjunction with fareless square, to me is emblematic of a lack of sort of an emotional disconnect here. You know, it seems to me that the value of such a public amenity, for example, as a goodwill ambassador for public transit in our region, was completely neglected in evaluating that proposal that came, multiple years before the board. Last year, 2008, you considered the issue of the idea of cutting off all hours, cutting off all service after 7 p.m. In Fareless Square. And this year, you've gone forward with eliminating the bus service. And that also speaks to the fact that there's a greatly disproportionate impact represented by a measure like that, which I also think, has not been fully accounted for. I'm disturbed by the fact that, for example, elderly and disabled folks who need to go the 10 blocks from the river to Powell's Books, for example, will not have access to the bus 20 anymore, or unless they want to pay for $2 for that short distance. That's a differential impact that is disturbing to me. It also disturbs me that it's come to our attention that Trimet to at least partially address this issue, is considering strongly introducing tiered services, tiered levels of access for folks who are differentially impacted in those ways. So, for example, I guess there's a proposal out there that would allow for people who live within a certain proximity of what was formerly Fareless Square, and now is going to go by some other name, I suppose, to be able to apply for some discounted access to that area, which was formerly free to everyone. And the danger represented by this is that by introducing these kinds of tiered levels of access, you greatly dilute the overall general public value and perception that that transit has. Okay, it's very dangerous when you start creating these invidious distinctions between people. You lose the value of having transit be embraced by the entire population as a general public good. Okay, and I think
I need you to conclude your comments, please.
And so, in conclusion, I think that Trimet is in a danger zone. There is a dangerous, potential spiral of downward public service and danger to the perception of the value of transit in this region.
Okay, thank you, sir.